Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had to do it over. Okay, we gonna see if this one do right. Hey fam, we gonna see if this one do right. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for coming back. What's up, bro? Thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for coming back. I'm trying to get this here to act alright. Hold on. Oh, this is interesting. We done had a blackout over here. 1 second. Okay, okay. Oh, everything came back on? Did it? There we go. Alright, twin, I'm adding you. Hey, twin.
What's up?
Y'all, this woman right here, right here, right here, right here. I'm telling y'all better catch this woman if you can. Good evening, family. This
Good
over your woman right
evening.
here, right here, right here, right here. Forgive me. For some reason, our lights went black. I just refused to stop.
It's echoing.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Hmm.
Hold on just a second, cause we literally are experiencing a blackout for some reason.
We can always wait, honey.
Oh no, they'll be back on. Okay, you on the live? Are you? Because they said it's an echo.
Good
Okay.
evening. Good evening.
Okay. Good evening.
Yeah, we can
Spirit,
always
whenever
wait
you.
now.
I don't know. We gonna keep on moving. They'll be back on shortly.
You may have to go out and come back in, or because it's
Hold
echoing.
on. Okay. Y'all hear me now? Without the echo?
It's echoing.
Okay. Hold on.
It's not echoing for you?
No, it's not echoing, but I gotta make sure that one or the other is offline. 1 second. Let me make sure I didn't put my. Oh, okay. It's charging. So let me get this right. Oh, okay. That may be why it's
Happy
echoing.
birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy
Yes.
birthday, family!
Happy birthday.
All right. Is it still echoing?
Mm-hmm.
Lord, enough team mind. Just trying to get the team working. What one, bro?
I may have to use the headphones, babe.
Okay, how about now?
Let's try it.
Okay, Lord Father. Bear with me. Work with me. Work with me.
Yeah, it's echoing bad on my side.
On your side, it's echoing bad. Okay.
Hmm.
Give me one
Yeah,
second.
if you have them up there.
Is it
Excuse me.
still echoing?
Maybe I need to go out and come back in. Let me try that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And when I turn this kitchen light,
Okay. Is it still an echo?
It don't sound like it.
All right. All right.
oh,
Huh?
do you see this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got fixed.
So, okay.
It come out the kitchen light. It's
You
on.
got your headphones
Yeah.
in?
See, hold on. Hold on. Let me get them on. Because now I know that it's just, it went out in my room. See, I can always tell when spirit is about to
Mm-hmm.
show that
Mm-hmm.
ass. Because
So
Every
turn around.
time. Baby, why you been close the door?
like my
I
computer
said, babe,
is
why you been close
still,
the door?
Lord, it is still charging, Jesus.
Are you okay? Cause you in the middle
Yeah.
of a blackout.
We in the middle of sections. That's how I know spirit is doing something. My computer's still charging. The kitchen light's still working, okay? It's
Oh.
okay. You can tell, just like with Misha, we had every animal that possibly could to show up. Dogs start barking and everything. So you can tell when spirit about to show that ass.
That's true. That is
So
so
I ain't
true.
I ain't gonna worry about it. Long as I
That is
got
so
stuff
true.
charging, I'm good.
Right.
And nephew, can I get a favor, kind sir? One deferred nephew. Look. Come on, just shut the door,
It's
nephew.
so
Don't be
crazy
like
because
that.
I was tingling like crazy before I got on. And I don't know if that energy just
Yeah. You can always tell. You can always tell. So I'm gonna shoot you my first question. I'm gonna shoot this Obia woman my first question, y'all. How did you come to your path of Obia? Or
well,
any other path, whichever way you want to do it.
honestly, I was raised in it. Um my great grandmother raised me, in Kingston, Jamaica, Rockfort. And still, while being a devout Catholic, was also a Obia woman that was raised in the hills and with the Maroons. And,
Woo.
our family came from, well, my grandmother's side of the family, they came from Cuba and moved over here. Moved over to Jamaica over here. And from there, that's when they started to mix certain things. That's why in Obia, you will find that there are a lot of similarities
Mm-hmm.
to voodoo,
Mm-hmm.
Vuran, and um, hoodoo, because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of the same principles there.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
difference with Obia, and I have been told I need to do a class. Spirit is on my butt about writing this class. Um,
Please do one.
the thing is, the only thing that can initiate you is spirit.
Exactly.
There's nothing that you can buy into. There's nothing that you can, just, okay, I'm just gonna follow this path. Because if the spirits don't come for you, it's not going to
Exactly.
work. There
Exactly.
are people that, use some elements of Obia, so just like I'm pretty sure with the elements of Voodoo and Vuran and Ifa and such and so forth. But um, you're pretty much known by birth if you have the walk or not. And
True.
I had the walk. Um, yeah, I mm, after my second time, well, from what I can remember, being possessed
Mm-hmm.
with a duppy that would not cross over, would kept coming to me. My grandmother was like, okay, you gotta go get initiated, because the spirits were taunting, using me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, it was very much so, okay, you know, Papa Bones had already came to see me numerous times. I talked about these things. I went through sicknesses. I went through illnesses, all types of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no, it's time. Because what she didn't want was me to be so taken over that it would drive me mad, literally.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
um, I started my initial passage at 8
Bless you.
into the full sasebong of of Obia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a very interesting journey, excuse me. It's been a very interesting journey because there's a lot of people, of course, that damn it, that say, it's evil and this and that. And growing up as a child, especially when I came to this country, I didn't have anybody to practice with. I it's so few and far and in between that you find anybody that practices.
Mm-hmm.
And you know because of my because I believe in my West Indian court, like, there's a lot of spirits there.
Mm-hmm.
whole heap whole heap of spirit there, so yes,
Mm-hmm.
whole heap.
Mm-hmm. So here's my next question.
Mm-hmm.
In in Obia, uh, not really discussing the protocols, but knowing that we have them, do we have to follow protocols? I mean, they're like step by step.
I'm gonna say this, to a point, yes.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I ain't going to do, I'm not gonna hurt children. But that's really because I'm gonna tell you something, because there are some people that practice that don't care. And that is
Yeah.
their thing. Um, you know, there are some people that practice that just they don't care.
True.
But personally, um, because of my own morals, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of my own morals, I I tend to stay away from certain things. And, you know, especially when it comes to death or killing people and all kind of something. I don't want to get us flagged. But, you know, I have dealt with some pretty whew, some pretty crazy things, having to
Mhm.
protect children from grown people.
Mhm.
So I would say in a matter of protocol, um, it just depends on the situation. But I
Truth.
always go to spirit anyway before doing anything.
True.
Somebody said, "Oh, I need you to do our work." I'm picking up cards automatically. Because yes or no, can I deal with it or can I not? Because what you ain't gonna do
Exactly.
have me get caught up. What you ain't gonna do is have me
Exactly.
get caught up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Now.
saying? So, and a
Mhm.
lot of people out here just doing it for the money, and it's
Truth.
sad because
Truth.
they get caught up.
Truth.
Them get them get fooled. You understand?
I understand.
Them get fooled.
Hmm. But see, now I have another question. Is there healing in Obia? Now I'm gonna
Absolutely.
ask this like I don't know because I'm doing
Hmm.
the interview. But
Let me tell you something. Papa Bones see me at the hospital. Most people know Papa Bones to be in segue of um part of the Gede court, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah.
And Baron Simbi
Hmm.
came to me in ICU last year. I have had 3 battles with COVID. I've been hospitalized. The thing that oh my goodness, the thing that people don't understand is the more I feel like the more power you hold is the more your body break down.
Truth.
And Papa Bones came to visit me in the hospital, and I was in ICU fearing for my life, and he said, "What are you scared for? You ain't going nowhere, not yet. No
Right.
time."
Right.
You know. So, do I believe in healing? Absolutely. I was this close to a ventilator.
Hmm.
They said if this doesn't work with this thing and the helium and the this is that and the third, you're gonna be on a ventilator. I said, "Oh, no, I'm not.
There it is.
No, I'm not." And when I tell you, them spirits were strong in orchestrating my healing over and over and over again.
Truth.
I was born a sickly child. I was born premature. I was born a sickly child. Period. Autoimmunity and all kinds of stuff. But when I tell you, them spirits have kept me going, there's a lot of healing in it. Most people don't know that with the spirits, they give us healing through the elements. They give
Hmm.
us healing through the herbs.
Hmm.
They don't pay attention. I cured
Truth.
my cancer before. Hmm.
See now that
Herbs,
that's the
baby.
one right there. Yeah.
Herbs.
But I would say this just to add to what you said. With your herbs, give your herbs thanks. Give your herbs thanks. Tell your herbs thank you and connect with your herbs.
Absolutely.
Don't just get your herbs and say, well, I'm just gonna throw them over here. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Thank your
Child,
herbs.
they're not even
Everything
touching
carries a
them.
spirit.
What kills me is people are take out things out of People are taking things out of jars and making pretty posts and pretty videos, and them just take it out. They're not even holding it in their hands.
Exactly.
How are you supposed to manipulate
Hmm.
or even work the work if you're not putting your essence
Into it. Say
on
that.
there? It don't make sense to me. Let me tell you, I have a thing about having herbs in your hands. Like in the old days, my grandmother would walk outside and just snatch up bush, and she would
Hmm.
hold it in her hand and rub it, wake it up.
Hmm.
You have to wake it up. People are not using the herbs like they should. Now, am I telling you for go, pick pepper and all of something there? Not necessarily, but you need to wake up those herbs.
Hmm.
And a lot of people don't understand why their stuff is not working. You're not cultivating it. You're not putting your hands on it. You're not
Right.
even breathing your essence into it. You're not talking to them herbs. You're not
Right.
talking to that work. So many times I see these, like I said, these pretty altars. I think it was Misha I seen the other day. She just sat there and talked to her altar. And I said, you know
Hmm.
what? You know how many times I've done that sitting in my workroom? Just sitting there
Exactly.
talking all my business, all my business, all my business, all my business, all my business. They
Hmm.
know. They just
Hmm.
want to see how much I'm gonna tell them,
Exactly.
but
Is you
they
gonna
know.
leave anything out?
Do
Hmm.
you talk? Yeah. Do you talk to your candle work? Are you talking to the flames? Are you really talking to your ancestors? Every day I talk to my ancestors.
Hmm.
Every day. Every day.
Hmm.
They're not. It's so skewed now.
But you know what I think it is, Twin, and I'm gonna be honest. I think people are afraid of a real commitment and relationship with the spirits and with themselves. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Uh, Number one, you talk to everything else. Hey, Stephanie, you talk to everything else. You know, we will talk about everything, but it seems like people get uncomfortable when it's
Mhm.
time to talk with the spirits or it's time to develop that relationship. Anybody that I teach, I tell them go in there and say good morning. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Say good morning.
Just like you do
It's
with everybody else.
right.
If you
It's
have time
simple
to
as
jump
day.
online, if you have time to pick up your phone and jump online, you should have time to thank your ancestors in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You should
Mm-hmm.
have time for that.
Truth.
You should make time.
Truth.
If you make time for jump on TikTok and IG and Facebook and check this and check that, check your bank account and everything that you can make time.
Hey, that's right. That's right. And that's how come here lately I don't get online or until 11 or 12. The reason why I'm waiting on them after I say good morning to see what they want to say.
Yes,
How can I go about my day or do readings or do anything
absolutely,
in life without them saying something?
absolutely.
I
I
don't
agree.
care if they just say damn. Okay, I'm gonna take that damn and run with damn.
I
And,
agree.
and that's and that's me. But a lot of people, uh, I think it was Nathan last night I was talking to, and I was telling him my grandmother sent me back to the dirt.
Mm.
And when you get sent back to the dirt, meaning
Ciao.
you go back to the old way of doing
Oh yeah.
things.
Oh
You
yeah.
go back to putting that dirt in your hands. You go
Oh
back to
yeah.
feeling that dirt. I got some Carolina dirt. I wish the lights was on, but I had some Carolina dirt right here, right beside me. See, me, I love me some dirt.
Mm.
If you, I learned the history of wherever I'm at by the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's even when I don't pick up a book like here in San Antonio, like I said before. this is the place of the Alamo. This is where Mexico basically got their independence.
Mm-hmm.
They fought here, and a lot of people would, like down here. I remember when me and a Babalao down here, we are good friends. But he asked me, he said, "Why do you ask permission to do your magic?" I said, "Because first of all, there is blood in the dirt.
Of course.
They were here before me.
Of course.
Not the spirits in the house itself. I go and I ask the spirits in the house, I ask the dirt, I ask everything. And so
Oh
when I
yeah.
get their
Oh yeah.
permission, I also ask them, hey, can we form a relationship?
Right.
And they'll
Because
tell me
because people are
yes.
not, and that's true, because people are not making relationships. See, this is the thing I talked about a couple months ago. Wow. All right, spirit. People are making relations with
Mm-hmm.
work, but not relations with spirit. So in turn, what they're doing is trying to use spirit. Really, that's what it is. Let's just call
Mm-hmm.
it what it is. They
Mm-hmm.
end up they're trying to use spirit.
Truth.
You can't do that.
Want to get
It
this,
will
you want to get
backfire on
that.
you.
Hell yes.
Well, I'm gonna
Quickly.
just call upon this deity. I won't call this one. I call. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Running here, there, to and fro, but not stopping to sit down for one moment and have a word
Yeah, we talk to the
and
spirits
get
in
to
our
know.
house. Shoot, we talk to the spirits. Listen, we're renting from some Asian people, and maybe this man in this hallway. We
Mm-hmm.
talk to him all the time because we have to respect the spirit of the house. You have to respect the
Truth.
spirit of the house. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You have to respect the spirit of whatever it is. Because mind you, I'm doing work, and I'm every time. Please understand, I'm a root worker, and they understand. They let me work
Mm-hmm.
peacefully. Sometimes you don't even hear a pin drop. It's so quiet.
Truth.
There's no
Because I
chaos
have a
going on.
soldier.
There's
I have
nothing
a
going on
soldier in here.
outside. The birds ain't chirping. Nothing. It's completely silent.
Truth. I have a
Completely
soldier in here
silent.
who stands guard for me.
Yeah.
He literally stands post. The tall man that you saw, he's still around preaching still at 4 o'clock in the morning like he crazy. But he
Ciao.
he literally, when I say I'm going to go ahead and perform this, he said, "Go ahead, do what you do. I'm a stand post. Nothing won't bother you while I'm standing here."
Hmm.
And see, the thing that and this is my thing. Back then,
Mm-hmm.
when the ancestors was coming up, whenever they had something, they formed a relationship with it, whether it was wax, whether it was herb, whether it's the dirt, whether it was the particles, whatever they picked up, they formed a relationship with. But like you said, people will form a what I call a formal relationship, a form of one, where you will get whatever you're looking for, but you don't get the spirit.
Right.
You don't get the god or goddess. You do not get the ancestor because a lot of people, like I told some people, it's great that you get the blessing. That's
Oh yeah.
wonderful. But what it takes to maintain it is different because they'll hand it to you and they'll watch it fall right out your hand
I was just about to
because
say that.
because
Oh,
but
spirit
they'll
is funny
watch it
too. Them spirits be
petty.
funny. They be like, "Oh, you want this money? Okay. You said you was gonna do this, 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 and this with it, right? Okay. And watch how that move.
Exactly.
Watch how it dry up.
Hmm. You will find bills you didn't even know you had.
Child.
You will find stuff you didn't even know you had because this is my thing. Like I told somebody else, I remember about 3 years back, I had what I call 11 days of an argument.
Mm.
People were calling me saying, "Oh, this spirit does this spirit does that." I said, "That's great and all, but the spirit is the gift itself."
Mm. Hello.
And so they was like, no, 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 they do this, they do that. Let them do this for you. I said, how would I let something do something for me and I don't know it? It may know me, but I don't know him or her or it. So I don't do that. And I literally, these were 8-hour arguments that these people were having.
Hmm.
It got to the point I put the phone down. I done drunk a couple of beers and everything. But like I told them, I said, you gonna get it in a minute. And so the last call, the last person said,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? You passed. Spirit told me to tell you you passed
Mm.
because you said what it takes. I said they are to give.
Oh,
I,
absolutely.
I could I could do without a hell of a lot. Give me them. Because guess what? When you got them and they want you to do something, they'll keep a roof where you can serve
Let me tell
them
you
as the
something.
gift.
Let me tell you something. After I had got COVID this last time, Spirit gave me a word talking about ego. We be so quick to do work, but we'll get in Spirit's way
Please say that.
every time because it is in our nature to control things.
Hmm. Talk about it.
But what people don't realize, this is the T though. What they don't realize is when you surrender yourself
Hmm.
the right way to Spirit, everything will happen anyway.
Exactly.
Everything will come and fall like
Empty
dominoes.
way.
It's not a forced, it's not a forced energy. It literally flows. Sometimes all you have to do is think it because your obedience
Hmm.
is the catapult for
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Spirit give you that dream, spirit give you that inkling. All right, go down the street and turn a left and pick from this tree and turn back, don't look and come back.
Hmm.
And the whole time you debating, well,
I
maybe if I
know.
just, and go around the corner and mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Spirit, the thing that people need to understand that these spirits are not lukewarm. They're hot
Thank you.
or cold. It's hot or cold. It's yes or no. That's why
Hmm.
people ask me all the time, why you read from playing cards? Because it's precise. I don't have anything
Hmm.
against tarot. No, hold on no. Because there's a difference between reading and divination. I'm gonna just say that, okay?
Hmm.
And what I
Hmm.
believe is that they guess while there are some gifted readers, I like it to be cut and dry to the point. Man, I need no
Hmm.
pretty picture. Man, I need no
Hmm.
pretty picture. You understand?
Say that.
I want it to be cut and dry. And
Hmm.
Spirit says, yes, you you do this. This is the outcome.
Hmm.
No chaser.
Exactly.
Straight to the point. And
Hmm.
the things that people are looking for, they're looking for detours or
Escapes.
shortcuts.
Hmm.
And they think that, oh, okay, I can buy my way in. Try.
Good luck.
It's yes or no. It's just your spiritual cord is there or it's not. Either you in or you out, bro.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Listen, you have to listen. Be aware. Use your senses. People think
Hmm.
that only having clairvoyance or whatever is like, or if you have a gift of sight or whatever, it's the only gift that you can possibly work out. No, sir.
No. No. It's whatever the spirit want to
God
move
give you
in. Let's be
senses.
honest. Hmm.
God give you senses. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Hmm.
up to us to cultivate them also
Exactly.
and use them.
Hmm.
your hearing,
Mm-hmm.
your smell, your sight,
Mm-hmm.
your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
you speak.
Mm-hmm.
All those things that they
Come into
speak about,
play.
these are fruits of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So why would we not want to cultivate them?
We need to
We
because
all
they're
have some
important.
form of fruit of the spirit, but it is about simplifying and finding out our strong ones and our weaker ones and working on those weaker ones so they can become stronger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we all have fruits of the spirit. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't have no, if you don't have no fruits of the spirit, I'm looking at you upside down like something all right.
Exactly.
Something happened in your bloodline that stopped that.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all have fruits of the spirit. And if you come and you just, well, I don't know, I don't have gifts and this is that and the third and whatever,
Like how?
because everybody have them. Everybody has fruits of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
how they're
Mm-hmm.
cultivated.
Mm-hmm.
Some people sing, some people, you understand what I'm saying? It's like what we would call in church ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mm-hmm.
people have a prophetic
Mm-hmm.
nature. Some
Mm-hmm.
people have their music is their ministry. That's how they
Exactly.
minister.
Mm-hmm.
When they sing of that gospel, it is that God spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When they speak to others, it is of that God spell.
Mm-hmm.
All I spell still enough. Still a spell. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't let them ego step in. And when you let your ego step in, that's when the worry come.
Exactly.
Trying to control everything, trying to control how spirit move and how spirit work and just work for you on your behalf. If that's the case, then you got it. Then don't bring it to spirit. Then
Right.
you got it.
Eh, ooh, you sound like me. Ooh, Lord, I just said that to somebody. If you are not willing to listen and you think you can do it yourself, why are you
People want
bothering the
Amazon
spirits?
2 day magic. Them want Amazon 2 day blood clot magic. You understand? 2 day. Oh, you do the work for me Saturday. It's Tuesday. What's going to happen now? Don't get on my
You
face.
you 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 welcome to cuss on this live. Don't cut it off. You can cuss because I fucking do.
No, I'm just saying because it just baffles me how people don't understand that sometimes it's not even in that time. It is work that I've done for people that didn't manifest until years later because
Right.
that's when they were ready for it to happen.
Can I break that down? You don't mind, do you?
Go
Let me
ahead,
break that
please,
down.
baby. Come on.
Cause see, one of the things you have to do is align. The other is purpose, timing, and season. You can be aligned and
Yes.
it not be time for it.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm with her. People be bumble clots.
Let
Be a sin.
me tell
I'm
you.
gonna put it to you like this. Let me put it like this. If we could do 2 day work, some of us would not even go through half the shit that we go through if we could get it like Amazon for real. But it's timing and season and purpose. It's designed by the spirit, not by us. But a lot of times you get this, people get this fantasy, fantasy
Say it
island
again.
thing going on where
Fantasy.
they believe in spirituality, everything's overnight and it's just yay, yay. No, the hell it ain't. The reality is you have to align. Reality is some of the shit that you believe, you have to unlearn that. some of the shit you have concocted, you have to let go. Cause I'm gonna be honest, you ain't never had an ass whooping until you've been locked outside your home because your ego got big and the spirits had to let you know who paid the bills. Telling you from experience. Telling you from a neighbor looking at my dog, po baby.
I'm
He in
trying to get
Dallas
my ass
now.
whooped. I ain't gonna lie.
But like you
I
said,
spoke
people
to my
trying to.
padrino. I spoke to my padrino. He was like, "Yes, so you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah." Trying to get my ass whooped. Responsibility. Shit.
Hmm.
You are
That accountability for that
you need
responsibility.
to, because you know your spirit core and
Right, right. I'm sorry to get off of topic, fam, but
chill.
rum cake is a spell all by itself. Damn it, child, please, delicious. L- Listen,
Let
I'm
me tell you
still, I'm
something.
gonna travel this year.
My
I'm coming
granny
to
was
see
in the
all
kitchen
y'all.
on that one, okay? My granny was in the kitchen on that one. She was like, pour some. I'm like, damn, granny, pour more. Pour the rum. Okay. I ain't gonna argue with. Listen, I'm not arguing with Eleanor. You understand? Me not argue with
Listen,
her. Me not go argue with her. At all.
Fannie Mae, look,
Not
Fannie
at
Mae said the
all.
dirt. I said that you said the dirt. Which dirt? Which one you want me to put my hands in?
Let me tell you,
I put my hands there.
everything I put my hands on, I be talking to spirit about, like, spirit. I ain't got it, but I know you do. How we gonna do this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ask him what he want to do. Ask spirit. You shit.
Child.
I spend my day like that. You said do what? How you want it? When you want it?
But that's even in my work though. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've created some pretty mystical freaking stuff. Like stuff, excuse me, I never even thought I would create
Right.
from
I
my
still have your beads.
crippled hands. You know, my hands, I have RA and all kinds of stuff. And I sometimes outdo myself, and it's pretty freaking neat, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I just let spirit just use me.
Exactly. So you learned the secret. Be the vessel.
Yeah. You know, like I'm working on fixing up a hat right now that I have, and the energy pouring out of it is just so much. And I have chicken feet, and I
Y'all
tell
get with
you,
her. Get with her.
it's so much. It's so much. I can show you, you know what, because she's not here. I can show you one of the pieces that I made. Um, this one is, I dreamt this one. This is a piece for Lady Speech,
Whew.
and it has a watch to it and everything, but this is supposed to be a keychain. But like,
I heard her talking about it. I heard her talking about it. It's
yeah,
been on your page.
I have some pretty, like, crazy pieces. It's sitting in salt, so I'm gonna put this back over in the salt. But like,
Y'all, if y'all get a chance to get one of her pieces, I still have the two beads that I got from her, the bead necklaces. Y'all
um,
better hit
but
her
I honestly have
up.
to say this one belongs to a client, but this one is my favorite. This one is my favorite.
Damn.
This one I think is my favorite. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
It is the
This
flag,
one I
y'all.
think is my favorite. It has the obsidian and everything in there.
Yes.
But I think this one is like my favorite. So I mean, everything that I do is, you know, spirit. Cause I was like,
Hmm.
how am I do that? And Spirit be like, watch. We gonna dream it up.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah. I
But see,
you gotta be spirit led.
truth.
You know what I'm saying? Like
But you have to allow it as well.
exactly. Like I never would have thought like I would be doing stuff this a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. It's amazing.
Mhm.
And it's awesome because it's like it gives me a way to be creative but also bless others in the meantime in between time.
Truth.
And I really enjoy it.
And you know what Tay
Yeah,
said? No piece ever
nope,
looks the
no piece is
same.
ever the same. I don't care how much no piece is ever the same. Like I could try to duplicate it. Even with the oils, like they get stronger and stronger and stronger. Like
Hmm.
I'll make a batch and it'll be, you know what I'm saying, and it'll be stronger than the other one, and it just I just let spirit use my hands.
Exactly.
Hey, Sean,
Exactly. Exactly. But that you know, hey Sean, that's all part of being the vessel. But I have a question with
what's
that
up?
since the interview. How long did it take you to I'm trying to see how I want to pose this spirit. What good way to say that? How long did it take you to embrace your path, to say I accept?
Um, you know what? Um, I think in 2016 when and babe, I'm so sorry because they were supposed to not deliver till tomorrow. Um, I think it was 2016. I had gone through um like this spiritual, almost like birthing.
Mm,
Um, this was the time they told me by the fall I had cancer. I had left North Carolina. I had went through a lot of stuff that year. With my partner at the time and being assaulted by him.
I
Um,
remember.
I left pretty much half of the stuff that I had, moved to South Carolina, and from there ended up in Virginia. And I just I was bleeding out so much. Like I was literally like ghost white half the time. No matter how tanned I was, bright, I just looked sick. And that's when I had found out after getting a biopsy that I had um, cervical cancer.
Well,
And I was like, yeah, well, let me try to figure out like what is going on here. And spirit started showing me things. And I was just like, okay, am I supposed to be like birthing something? Or it was literally like a birthing phase.
well,
2017 came in, and because I was going to church, and um but something was missing.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say that I just felt like something was missing. And even though I would get fed in that place and it was good, and I was going to Milo's home church here in Philadelphia, and then back in Virginia, and we had, it was something that was missing. And in the spring I had a dream that I had to sit down with God.
Mm,
And I think that was like the pivot point.
mm-hmm.
because I was told things and the reason why I have had the life that I had, and it was heavy.
I believe it.
I had went to sleep. Because that was the time Tina was at my house. I
Mm-hmm.
had did
I
Tina's
remember.
hair. We were up to like 5 a.m. I woke up because we had somewhere to go. I don't remember where it was, but um, I woke up. The birds were chirping so loud and everything, and I was just like, "What happened?" I felt like I had been asleep for days.
Oh, I feel you.
I woke up and I was just laughing and like giddy and smiling, and I was just like, "Yo!" I sat down with God, and Mama was like, "What?" Like what? And it was surreal. And I went to church service and it was like I could see different things after this dream. I could see who
Mm-hmm.
had gifts on them and not. It was like I could see everybody's dirty laundry after that.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I know that feeling.
And I was like, I can't come back here.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the pivotal point that, I was like, I gotta get back to my roots. I have to. And you know me for years.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing about me that hasn't contained spirit in some way.
Mm-hmm.
You remember we would
Mm-hmm.
have our breathing sessions and I
Truth.
would see things, and I think the most scariest thing that happened was with that one lady, and I was like, something is going on with stomach issues. And remember the next day her sister died.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
And it's it's always, no matter what part of my life, is always involved some
Mm-hmm.
sort of spiritual
Mm-hmm.
something,
Mm-hmm.
or I could see, or raise the energy of, or pull the energy off, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to use that same energy that I was using in a dark place,
Mm-hmm.
and use it for light as well. I
Truth.
had to do my own sit down
Mm-hmm.
and shut up
Mm-mm. I
and
feel you.
listen
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
grieve and pray and cry and really get with myself,
Mm-hmm.
because how could I help others without helping me?
Exactly.
And 2017 was a pivotal point before I started seeing all of this. I mean, because shoot, I've been reading since God knows how long, but I always, it was, yeah, it literally was. It literally
Mm-hmm.
was. Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, I had to embrace who I was and be okay with that, because for so long I hid my gifts and who I was, because you were told, like, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows anything about Jamaican like, you would get locked up
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, because opium is still outlawed.
Yes,
You
it
know,
is.
we still
It
will get
is.
killed.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. In Jamaica, it's still outlawed. And
Mm-hmm.
even though they recognize it as a religion, it's still very much frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the way that my grandmother and them disguised it was revival.
Mm-hmm.
They would go to church
Mm-hmm.
Sunday morning and come home, and
Mm-hmm.
by Sunday evening they got the fire raging
Mm-hmm.
in at the back. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
come bring something, and you would have your revival, and you
Mm-hmm.
would sing and dance and everything, and it was literally a raising of vibration. It was literally a raising of spirit right then and there, but they call it revival.
Mm-hmm.
And they hid everything under the guise of the religion of Catholic, the Catholics and
Mm-hmm.
the saints and all that stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, it made me feel, even as a teenager, and I came to this country, like, you know, it made you feel dirty if
Mm-hmm.
you are different or were different,
Right.
you know. And it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't know, you know, if I would have, like, don't get me wrong, like, I always some way practiced, but
Mm-hmm.
I had to be very coy about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because even in high school, people was coming up to me. I could touch a person and I would feel their energy. I would see things and I'd be like, girl, don't do that. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would tell a friend and this one and this one and this one. And then you get the whole, because of course, because I'm Jamaican and I have an accent, and, especially as thick as it was when I was a teenager, oh yeah, that's Miss Cleo.
They hit you with it.
Oh man. Oh man.
See,
I was Miss Cleo forever. I could read palms before I even knew there was an actual system to read palms.
I feel you. I feel you.
That was like something that just happened. I didn't read any books. I didn't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It
It just flowed.
it just happened. I would
Mm-hmm.
see things. I would, you know what I'm saying? I would just tell people, hey, listen, no, don't do that. Or, yeah, your
Mm-hmm.
mother's going to do this. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'd have people come to me and I'd be like, yo, I remember I predicted a badass accident when 2 people died in high school. And ever since then, they were like, something's wrong with you.
Oh yeah, they quick to say that, Lord Father. They quick to say that.
What? That's
See.
another reason why I ended up going to military school. And I went to military school at 16 and graduated. Because I didn't want to deal with that. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had outgrew my space.
Right.
And nobody understood me spiritually at all. At
Now you
all.
know that's the one thing I did not know that you went to military school.
I went to New Jersey Challenge, New Jersey National Guard Challenge program. I graduated with a GED and a high school diploma at that time because they would give you both. And
Damn.
I went to college at 16 and it freaked me out. I
I
was
can
like, yeah,
understand.
I'm going pre-med. And no. Spirit was like, I got other plans for you.
Right.
My mother was so upset with me. Why are you not taking your classes? Mom, stop it. And it really messed with me. No, because it really messed with me too, because I felt like I could have saved her. You know what I'm saying? But I had
Mm-hmm.
to realize, even with that, y'all, grief is a motherfucker.
Yes.
Grief is a
Absolutely.
motherfucker. And I had to even realize then, because I was so angry with God. I was so fucking angry. I was like, why would you allow me to actually make peace with her? And then she just go like that. I didn't realize that she needed to make peace with me so she could go on. I didn't
Right.
realize that then.
All
And I
right.
was
Right.
angry.
Me with it. Mm-hmm.
I was angry as fuck. But I had
Mm-hmm.
to realize too, like, she had to make peace. We had to
Right.
have this sit down conversation and talk, because if not, she would have went to her grave with that animosity, or us
Mm-hmm.
having animosity towards each other that didn't need to be there. And
Right.
I knew she was gonna die a month before she passed. I dreamt it.
See, that was me with my grandmother.
I
They
dreamt
just
it.
stated
Yeah.
it, and I was in her presence.
And it scared the shit out of me, because I was like, I don't want to see death. I don't want to see it get out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to
Hmm.
see it. I would see accidents happen before they did. I hated it.
Yeah.
I
I
absolutely,
feel you.
as a young person, oh my God, because I was like, it just felt so sorrowful. Like,
Hmm.
why
It, it,
me?
you know what? I can relate because my first assignment was going tell someone their family member was not going to make it.
Oh, that's her rough. Oh,
Yeah, my first assignment, and then sitting in your grandmother's presence, and you hear the spirit say she's only got another 6 months.
yo, those whispers fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that when my mother went to I'll never forget it. I had went to work and my mother had ended up going to the hospital because she was like, I'm in just so much pain. Her legs hurt so bad. And she was pregnant. And I went outside and I went to smoke a cigarette on the balcony. And this was after I had the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a beautiful day. And the
Man.
breeze, it was no breeze. Then all of a sudden, this breeze hit me. And it was like, she's not coming home. And I tried so hard to shake it.
Right. You try to
You know what I'm
ignore it
saying?
at
I tried to
first.
show, I was like, I'm just go to sleep. It's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be cool. And I woke up that evening because I had to go to work. I had to work overnight. Yeah, I had to work overnight that night. And it was like 9 o'clock. I had to be to work at like 11. And I was like, my grandmother called me. And I said, Grandma, call your daughter. Call your daughter. Like,
Mm-hmm.
spirit automatically was like, tell her to call her child.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about me answering, call your child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I knew that, like, it's not like I said, not that the gift ever left me. It was something about it that, you know what I'm saying, that just,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was rough. It was rough. I knew she had passed when she did. And that's one of the pivotal moments also, when dealing with grief and all kinds of things, like, you come to these places and you're like, oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
why would spirit do me like this, or why would spirit do me like that? It is not our call.
Truth. I
It
have
is
to
not our
learn that.
call, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
you know and like I said, for a long time I was angry with the spirits. Why would you do? But I had to realize that my mother had to do what she had to do, because that was her time. Her
Mm-hmm.
mission was done. And
Exactly.
I'm not angry about it anymore. I lift her up. I praise her. I praise her, you know what I'm saying, in life. And I praise her spirit. And I'm grateful that
Mm-hmm.
she is my ancestor, you know. Same thing with my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? So I don't I don't want anybody to feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can't see these pivotal moments as spirit teaching you something. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Spirit teaching you something,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And life is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like I said, I remember when I was working at a nursing home, and in the middle,
Oh,
we had fixed these teeth. In the middle of fixing teeth, death walked past me, and it
oh
smelled
my
like
gosh.
nothing but decay. And I remember I dropped the teeth, and my supervisor, her name was Connie, she came out,
Mm.
and she said, "Yo, what's wrong? What's wrong?" She grabbed me because I was going to the floor. And I said,
Oh
I
wow.
remember looking up at her and I said, three people are going to die.
Wow.
And
Wow.
when they die, one of them is a staff member. The two other people are
Mm.
old. See what I mean by look. Check that out. Check that out. Check that out.
Mm-mm.
That's how come. And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. This is how come I don't move. When I know spirit about to kick ass, I don't
Krista,
no
don't
no
be
no.
shaking.
Right.
Don't be
And,
shaking,
and
baby.
this is how come I said no. We can proceed. We can proceed. I just know he finna. I know spirit finna show the hell out. This is why.
Mm-mm.
But
Absolutely.
to go back to what I was saying, and this is the second live. Well, no, the third, because when Jay was on live, then Tor turned the tablet on to Pandora. She was playing Rain, and it rained here in San Antonio for off and on for 2 days after that.
Mm.
But to go back to the story, she sent me home. She said, "Go home."
Okay.
My mom was working at the same nursing home. She told my mom what happened. My mom and Emily was the administrator. That woman used to tell me, "You would say God bless you to me. You could have a job anywhere, wherever the fuck I'm at. You can have a job." She said, "Because even when you were mad, you would say God bless you." And I was saying to myself, if you knew what bless meant, hell, sometimes I forward you into your storm. You didn't have no clue. But
Okay.
and when I left, Connie was crying when I came back to work, and I said, "What happened? What's wrong with you?" Because by this time I done forgot.
Mm.
And she says to me, "The three people that you mentioned, they died.
They passed.
The the woman that you
Mm.
said was staff, she dropped in the hallway.
Wow.
The minute that you said it, I asked him for the time because it was 1 o'clock in the day. I asked him for the time, and she dropped at 1 o'clock.
Wow.
And she said, when you said that, she said, I don't know if you noticed your eyes, but your eyes were fully gray. She
Mm.
said, it was like you were dead. And I said, if you could have smelt what I smelt, and I remember having the tears in my eyes because I was saying then, I said, you
Yeah,
still got me?
necromancy is no joke. I
Yeah.
listen, for those that are necromancers that can see death, predict that, it is not a easy
Not a game.
feat.
No, no.
It
Not
is
when you
not an
tied to that
easy
death
feat.
pool. Not when you tied to the death pool. Not when you tied to.
And you
Because,
can't run from it.
truth,
No matter
no
how
matter
much you
how
try.
hard you try, you can't. And you know, to this day, I
I hate
still
I
see
hate
that.
I can't, you know what? It's not even that I can't stand it. I it's to the point where I've predicted so much death. I don't even like being right.
Uh-huh.
I think the last one that really got me was I was talking to a client. She was married, she got like 6 kids with this person, and she was like, he finally moved out and all kinds of stuff. I said, Jay, you've been taking hits for him for years. I'm gonna tell you now, he's gonna pass. What you mean he's going to pass? I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare yourself. The next week he got a staph infection. He
Oh,
stayed in the
that's horrible.
hospital for about 2.5 months and passed.
Wow. And,
And
and
it,
it's
and it,
funny.
it 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 did something to me because, like I said, those things I don't like to be right about. I don't
I
like
feel
to be
you.
right about them. But
I feel you.
if I see it if I divine and that's what it is, I'm gonna tell you that's what it is, though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Like here in San
But yeah.
Antonio, when I was staying at the hotel that I was staying at, like I said, wasn't paying for it, but I was staying there. I came in from work. I told them, y'all need to start doing room checks. Some people
Mm,
are going to die. They're going to commit suicide if you don't. And I
yeah.
said, I pray to God I'm wrong. They did not listen to me, and those two people died. And they came to my room. They said, is it anything that we can get you? Because we are now listening. I said, You know how angry that makes me? Because I did not want to be right. I
Right.
was hoping
Right. Like who
after
wants to
all these
be
years.
right about
Hmm.
someone passing?
Right.
It sucks. Sean is here. I did a
Yeah,
reading
she
for one
just
of her
commented.
friends. I never forget it. And her husband was really abusive. And I said, girl, something gonna happen to him. And
I'm just gonna put it like this, honey. Them ancestors do not play when they say you finna leave
what was
here.
it? Was it 4th of July weekend? She called me like, sis, she's like, no, Sean was like, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. I hate people to say that. I'm scared of you. Why did he was messing with somebody and the son came out and pulled a shotgun and shot him in the chest?
Hmm.
I said, what?
Hmm. But you know what? Even
Scary
as I'm
stuff,
sitting
y'all.
here, but even as I'm sitting here, your ancestors don't play about you.
Oh no.
He was going, and I'm telling Sean, your ancestors don't play about
Oh
you.
no.
He was fixing to get got. They weren't gonna let that keep up.
No, it was her friend. It was actually her hairdresser. It wasn't
But
even a
she's
month
the
later that when I gave her that reading, I gave her friend that reading. It wasn't even a month later that her husband got shot and killed.
wow.
Yep.
But
And
why
sure
is it
no.
that I see? But
Hey
why is it that I
Tio.
see her? Sean, were you the one praying? Did she get rid of him or something? Because I see you.
Sure knows she got some I'm gonna leave that alone, honey. Cause she got some stuff.
Because I don't see the friend. Yeah, I don't know what you said about that relationship, but them ancestors went on ahead after it was said. They didn't tell you what they were gonna do. They waited for the read for that one.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. And Carlos gonna get got. Let me just leave that alone. Let me leave that right where it's at.
You said you gonna leave that right where it's at.
Your problem. Your problem gonna get got. I'm just so I'm already
I'm,
working on it's gonna
I'm
get got.
looking. Man, that's a lovely light in there shining.
It's
See,
gonna
when
get
spirits
got.
start doing that, and you know it's about to happen, you start saying, "My, that light look wonderful. Look at that light."
That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all
But
I'm gonna
I'm,
say about that.
I'm gonna hit you with another question.
What's up?
Um, when did when did it set in that regardless to what you were, Obia, and there was nothing you could do about it
Um,
when you had to wear the name?
like I said, like 2017, that was it.
That was it.
2017, that was it. Like I couldn't run no more. I could not run from myself. I could not run from my practice. I could not run from the things I was seeing. Um, it became absolutely surreal. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like there was no running that I could do.
You know what? With you saying that, I remember our first conversation, which was a reading, because I think we read each other back here in 2013 or 2014. I can't remember which
Mm-hmm.
one it was. And we claimed that we were holding a conversation. I think that at this point we didn't tell each other that we sitting around altars and shit. Neither one of us spoke about what it was that we do. Matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, the misfits era didn't speak about what they do. I'll
Nope.
talk about them later.
Nope.
But anyway, but I remember that like yesterday because I think we went from past life to reality.
Yes, it was very
Hmm.
powerful. It was very, very, very powerful.
Eh,
And I think the pivotal point was us seeing each other spiritually, like
mhm.
in that spiritual space
Yeah.
outside of our bodies.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I would never forget that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If I'm gonna tell you something, I don't know too many people that can read your breathing and tell you everything about your stuff, like this one here.
I may start that back up because that was that
You
was
need to.
amazing. That was amazing because I could
Uh-oh.
see colors. I mean, I always could. I mean, since I was a kid, like I could see, like I guess you could call it like aura colors. I didn't know it was an aura thing, but I could see certain
Hmm.
colors on people and all types of stuff. And reading people by color, like I would say, red step forward, and I was like, oh, okay, well then this is that and the third. Like it was,
I
and what's
remember
so
that.
crazy is I didn't even realize I was doing readings
Hmm.
even then.
Truth. Truth. Your nephew in the other room said, "What's a living altar?" With the eyes, and then the and then the I don't know.
It's you know what? It's just always been my life though. It's no matter what facet, whether it be the BDSM facet, whether it be,
Hmm.
just regular life. It
Hmm.
it my spiritual nuance always comes forward. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like it it just it just happens, and I'm grateful
Hmm.
for the gifts that I have. Like now I can honestly, because before I thought I was just cursed. I was like, why? Why do I have all of this on me? Why do I have all of this? You know what I'm saying? Like I thought
Hmm.
for a long time like I was cursed.
I feel
And
you.
what I didn't realize was the blessing in that. And I, now I know better. And I'm grateful for that. But
Hmm.
for a long time, like, sorry, my back is hot. For a long time, like, I was just like, this is too much. This is
I
just too
feel you.
much for me. Seeing the things that I'm seeing, and knowing that I could see beyond the dirt. I could see the dirty secrets.
Hmm.
That's freaky. I don't even like people like that. Oh my god.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. When you want to mind your own, I know the feeling.
Oh my god. I will go down Facebook and be like, ooh, gotta jump off. That's too
Yeah,
much. That's too much. That's way too much.
yeah.
You know, and it it if I could explain it to people like on a whole nother level, and then now that I'm studying leukemia and I
Bless
have a
you.
godfather, it's opening my eyes to
She
a
has an
whole nother
amazing
part.
godfather.
Yeah, Luis Rosa is my godfather.
He is amazing. I heard he's
He
teaching a
is
class on bones.
amazing. Oh my god, he's so dope. He's so dope.
And for those who don't know, I heard he's getting ready to teach a class on bones. I happen to be
Bones
strolling
and dice.
Facebook.
Bones
Hmm.
and dice. And when I tell you, I mean, it's even like I even went so far as to make a dice board for myself. Like I have a dice board So when I throw my dice, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
have herbs and everything in here to, predict, help me predict certain
Mhm.
things. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's helped me to like leukemia is starting to bring about another even more exciting part of spiritualism um
Mhm.
and understanding my gift. And what people need to understand about Orbia is a base system.
Mhm.
Anything else you use on top of that, it amplifies.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
um, you you get your your initiation,
Mhm.
and everything else you use on top of that is amplified
Mhm.
on top of
Mhm.
it. So, it's a journey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a journey.
It's
And
one of the learning, I tell you.
him being West Indian as in Caribbean as well,
Mhm.
it just made
You
a
can
lot of
see it.
sense.
You can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
Me and my godmom was talking about him. You can see it.
Oh, he's an
You can see
excellent
the wisdom.
teacher. He's an excellent teacher. And I sing his praises because there are things that I needed to, figure out.
Mhm.
And, you know, the thing about Wabia is when you don't have godparents, well, we will call them,
Mhm. Mhm.
Lukaman,
Mhm.
um, you know, Obia man, Obia woman, and all of those
Mhm.
things, like, cause and that's the crazy thing about it, because when after you're initiated in Obia, nobody can really teach you how to read spirit. It is
Mhm.
literally just given to you by the spirits. Okay, you take this and
Right.
you go.
Right.
You use these herbs and you go. You learn these things and you go.
Mhm.
And um
It's it in a nice way. I'm gonna put it this way. I'm thankful for my grandmother, but that
yeah,
was one of the things that she did. She said, "You take this and you go," and she used to tell me, "You go listen, and whatever they tell you to do with it, you do."
right.
Cause see, in Obia, you better listen, or you was gonna learn that lesson of what a blow up was, or what shit
Absolutely.
gone wrong meant.
Yes.
And I was so thankful that if she did nothing else for me, she taught me to listen.
Yeah.
Most of all, to listen. She told me one day you will conquer your fear, and then you won't fear anything.
Right.
She said there are things that you will discover that looks like fear, and the only thing you'll want to do is conquer.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, I got to that point.
Right.
I got to that point where now, oh, okay, that's a weakness. Well, let's
Because a
work
lot of
on
people
that.
think, that darkness, that you can't work in darkness. Well, let me tell you something.
Go
As
ahead.
much as as much as I like my right hand work, I love my left hand work too. I ain't going to lie.
I,
I'm not gonna lie,
I,
I'm not gonna lie.
oh, shit, I love it. Listen. As I always say, listen, Linda, listen. I love it, and I'm gonna tell you why. In be honest, I met even with Yahweh or Jehovah or Yahovah, however you choose to call him. I met
Oh,
him in
Jesus was a left
darkness.
hand worker too.
Oh yeah, I met him in darkness. I met
Mm.
him like when he said you dwell and abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What color is the shadow?
Mm.
My strength is made perfect in your time of weakness. Well, where is the weakness? I can do
Right.
all things through Christ Jesus that strengthens me. Well, you have to be in a place where you don't have the strength to stand in Him.
That's right.
Now, in Romans 12, I tell you the best goal work I ever heard was to let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. That was the best goal work that I've heard. And I'm gonna say this about the Bible, just for those that don't know. Um, Jesus, they mistake him for a necromancer. Well, he was a necromancer
Yes.
because he spoke with the dead. He
Yes, he
literally
did.
would tell you the opposite and say, "Oh no, they just sleep. Summa come on, Lazarus, get up."
Yep.
And then when he transfigured on the Mount Transfiguration, and
Yep.
I'm gonna show you what he did to his disciples. His disciples got a chance to touch him as dead.
Mm-hmm.
They became necros.
Right.
And then to see him ascend and go, that was still in necromancy.
That's right.
So this particular spirit that you're saying the Holy Spirit or Holy Ghost, this particular, or as they say in Hebrew, kaish, this particular spirit literally took the, as he said, the wool off your eyes and anointed you with asap, literally started showing you the things that were dead and the things that were living.
Right.
And I'm saying all that to say this, bottom line, you will find every single path. Like I said, the Bible's a great book of shadows.
Yes, it is.
You will find, even with Obia, you will find that it was. And I'm gonna say this to some people because I hear the talk. So if y'all could tell me why he paid that fish money before he gave 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish in that ocean, if somebody can answer that for me, that'd be great. I do know the answer, but I want to know who knows it.
Mm.
Because if you pay homage to something, you have to respect before you take.
That's
And
right.
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Right.
And the reason why I'm gonna leave it right there is because I hear so much. Just like the word possession, I said it in the last live with Jay. I'm gonna say it in this one. Y'all catch the Holy Ghost and you speak in tongue and you prophesy. Your prophets get inhabited by the Spirit of God Himself. So this is what I'm gonna say to you. Don't harp on such a word when you are doing the same thing.
I bobo.
Don't harp.
I bobo.
Because when you go to do a healing, and since I've seen limbs go back and I've seen the dead get up, I've actually raised the dead, I'm going to say it.
Yes.
Don't harp
Yes.
when you have moved in healing through the Spirit. Don't harp on such a word. Because I have a diversity of people on my path, on my page, and I'm going to say this. Learn what you're eating at the table
Absolutely.
instead of disputing the food that you keep putting in your mouth.
Because you're not supposed to sit at everybody's table anyway.
True. But some need to learn. They sitting up here eating all this spiritual food and don't even
Yeah.
realize what they eating. But the first thing you want to do, you want to harp on the word. You want to pull your whole card because it ain't a religious card. It's a whole card that you pull, and you want to harp and don't realize where you're sitting at.
Mm.
But I'm gonna leave it alone because this an interview. I'm gonna I'm gonna not be the jackass that I usually am in my lives.
Come
Anyway,
on now.
because I'm just being real. Because if people really knew what they were serving,
Ooh, come on.
if
Come
people
on.
really knew what they were following,
Come on.
you would be really careful. Let's do one incident, like when he called Lazarus. Now,
Mm.
and I believe in Haitian they say by one, and Ovia is Papa Bones.
Yes.
So tell me what spirit was Yeshua, the Lamb of God, or the Word of God, however you choose to call him, Jesus, Iesas, Yeshua, Yeshua, however you choose to call him, what spirit was he in when he stood there?
Mm.
Because as I know, if you go to the graveyard,
Mm.
who are you greeting?
Mm.
You go to the crossroads, who are you greeting?
Mm.
But I'm going to leave that right there. Like a dose of medicine, I'm going to leave that right there. Just the only thing that I'm saying is this: beware of what you eat
That's right.
before you condemn it.
That's right.
Because, and let me say something about the Goetic, because y'all kill me. If you really trace Belial back, the prophet Balaam, the one that God did not kill, but he did put the angel in front of him to stop, and he made an ass talk. I
Mm.
mean, a donkey for y'all that don't cuss. He literally did that because he could not stop his words, but he was a priest of Belial. Now, because I'm in the Goetic and I do host Belial,
Mm.
I want you to know what you're honoring before you talk shit.
Right.
And I want you to understand that the indigenous path, because there are different names for them, they are
Right.
indigenous, they are ancient spirits, not demons or even damians or deviants. If you really sit down and form a relationship, not a situationship, not a fuckship, but a
Right.
relationship, you would know who they are. Look, she said, Pastor gonna get y'all. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. They don't like coming in my inbox. I
Uh-uh.
had one told me that I was going to hell. I said, I need a favor, sweetie. Can you get that bottle of wine off the table? Me and Lucifer, we discussed it. You're going to have to throw that across the gulf. I'm going to be the
Child, if
first
they
dark
only
worker to
knew.
be sitting on the other side.
Cause
They only knew who
ain't
Lucifer
none.
was. Right. But
I
like I told you,
I've died. I've died before.
mm,
There ain't no. There's a void,
yeah,
but
yeah.
there ain't no
But it
hell.
ain't no, no. No, honestly, it's just a nice pit. Anyway, it's not it because I died 3 times, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
no hell.
mm, yeah.
It's a void. There's an upper
Now
and lower,
let
but
me
there
let
ain't
me
no.
let me tell you where they mistranslated that at. Hell actually means grave in the Hebrew.
Right.
Now we all have containers. This earth is a
Absolutely.
container. This
Yes.
body is
Come on, twin.
a container.
Come on, twin.
Let's take it even further. Your lessons contains things. Your emotion have containers. So when you die, you go into what? Your body returns to its what? Container. So you might wanna, yeah, watch what you eat at the table before you consume and condemn it. Because a lot of times what you're calling a grave, and some of you don't even know you still got grave clothes on. You
Yep.
think you woke and your ass is still snoring.
Yep. And y'all living on that old mentality of, oh, and hell this and hell,
You're going to hell. I'm
baby.
sorry to inform you. If you're going to hell, can you do me a favor? I'll tell y'all like I told that little dude when he told me I was going to hell. Reach down there and get me that bottle. It's going to take you a while. But I want you to throw it back up. I want you to develop some strength because you're going to have to throw from falling.
Oh,
So I want you to develop some strength. I want you to start lifting weights. Help your spirit, feed it now so you can throw. And here's something else. When the Bible spoke of hell and it said about the worms, we all hate to forget shit.
right.
So imagine remembering like the worm or like something crawling through your mind. Imagine remembering that shit over and over again that your ass, with your free will, had the
Mm.
choice to follow, but you didn't.
Mm.
You know how we act when we forget keys? You know
Child.
how we act when we forget something, but y'all want to harp on a hell and a fire and a brimstone and all this. And if you really caught it in the grave, I mean, hell, the one y'all keep calling for, the grave, the
Mm-hmm.
container is the one
Mm-hmm.
holding the book to those memories.
Right.
Cause see, wait till you find out. Just like I had a recent relative. This gonna fuck a lot of people up, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Please do.
That baby was religious. She died. Okay, the
Mm.
baby was on the other side. Talking about where is Jesus and God at? I said, no, baby, you get to Makasha Records. Where you going? See, you got to go to the ancestral realm. Yeah. See, they got to determine if you're going to the next life or are you going over there and chill. Yeah, you thought you was gonna die, Craig. You were just looking to magically puffing delicious in heaven.
Child.
And I'm not gonna shoot these shots directly, but I am gonna say this to that particular famous psychic medium. Quit telling everybody that the people in heaven. Stop it. Anyway, because the reason why I say that,
I'm.
if the truth be told, when you leave here, you're gonna be fucked up when you find out that you still here, that you
Mm-mm.
still here in these dimensions, in these earths.
Child. Let's not even talk about dimensions. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Look, Willow said, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. I fired at him. Don't nobody else want to fire at him. I'll fire at him. Because,
Child.
listen, you cannot tell people that. And then when these motherfuckers die, they wonder why they still looking up in your face. But we're not going to get
Absolutely.
on. Because when you really find out that this earth holds dimensions, we're not going to get on quadroom or none of that. We're going to just stick with dimensions. When you find out that there's still work after death, because your journey don't stop here. You just walk through a door. That's what that grave is for. But like I said, I'm gonna leave you alone. Just know what food you eating. When you sitting at the
Absolutely.
table talking shit about the food you eating.
Right.
Some of y'all still fighting voodoo and don't even know it. Some of y'all still fighting
Mm.
Obi and don't even know it. Y'all talking about his demons and your ass fighting your heritage because they put another name on it. Anyway, that's why the Bible was called Babel. It babbled a lot. Anyway, go ahead. Let's do
No,
readings here.
you preaching now.
Because I don't mean no harm. If y'all really knew who you were serving and who the hell you were
Child.
talking to.
I'll be like, because they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, because if you knew who you were talking to, you might would slow down on ingesting
Mm-mm.
the food at the table. Because you'll find out you need to unlearn that shit.
It wasn't meant for us, no way.
Right.
That wouldn't that
I,
that that wasn't us.
true. You have to unlearn that shit real quick.
That wasn't us. That wasn't the us's.
No. We just got put on the bus. But anyway,
Oh, shut up, Mar.
but I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. I'm just being real. Just know what you digested. And I'm gonna say this about the Catholic. The Vatican don't have no love when it comes to the truth. But anyway, they do Santeria and Voodoo and Obia and
Ooh,
Akume, Ifa,
ooh,
and some more. Ayahuasca and everything. Charmetic.
ooh. Them pagan
Oh no, no,
practices
honey. We
too.
look. Let me yell at my nephew. Oh no, honey. They don't want to talk about the Egyptian part that
Them
they
them
took
them
out.
pagan
Listen,
practices
Linda.
too, honey.
Like Madame Hecate, they tried to behead her too.
Ooh, shut
By the
up,
way,
Mark.
I'm just gonna be thick and say it. If she was in Egypt,
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
baby, watch what you eat. But
Hmm?
that's me being nice about it. I'm not gonna get into detail because at the end of the day, spirit see soul.
Oh
I
yeah.
just want you to understand
Oh
your
yeah.
container
And
real
spirit
quick.
sees
And
all.
yes, in the dark, in the light,
Oh
in
yes.
the gray area,
Oh
in the
yes.
red, under the cover, under the pillows. You know, when you try to sweep shit under the rug that you don't want to heal from, but we can get on that. Now, some people want to sweep it under the rug. I don't have to deal with that. That does, why does
Child.
that affect my spirit? Why would spirit think
I'm
that I
still
have
trying to
to do
figure out why
this?
these Christians are
Oh,
following Nostradamus when Nostradamus studied with the Africans for over
but hold
10
up.
years.
But
Where do you think he got
let's.
these prophecies
Uh huh.
from?
Mm-hmm. But let me say this just to go
I'm
further, because they use
yep.
Jesus as a crutch and they hide behind God. So let's really talk. Why are you hiding behind God or Jehovah, the self-existing
Oh,
one,
you
when it's
going
time to
there.
deal with you?
Oh, you going there.
When it's time to deal with you. Because listen, I've been nice. I've been trying to be nice, but I've been trying to figure out how many times you going to use a god or a goddess for a crutch not to deal with your nasty ass.
Well,
But you want the blessing.
well then.
You don't want to do no work.
Well then.
Let me be honest. Because you was real polite about it, but people try to control how the spirits speak, how they prophesy to them, because people want to only hear about their blessing. And Jesus said you was gonna do the work he did, but there's a part where he did tell you you was gonna drink the damn cup. So what's wrong with your cup and your cross? You think you ain't gotta carry it? What's wrong with your cup and your cross? Because if I tell you the truth about that cross, that's gonna fuck a lot of people up. So see, the earth, water, air, fire. No matter how you try to remove the tree, you still made it out of the tree. Anyway. Then I'm gonna give you the root of
Shut up.
something that steals stem from Obia. That steals stem all the way back. Hmm. Just saying.
Just
Hmm.
saying.
Because me, I rattle everybody's shit because I don't care what you believe. If you're not empowered enough to face you and to do the work that you're supposed to do, then bruh, what's your motherfucking point?
Who? Hello.
I don't care what you believe. Listen, if you believe the right name, nay, believe the right name, nay. But do your work. Do your work. And then let's really talk, because even Jesus said about a chief cornerstone, the indigenous people build altars out of the rocks and
That's
the
right. They
stones.
did.
So I just
Okay.
I just want to tell you, the food you eat, you might want to check that roast beef was really good, wasn't it? But I don't think you digested when he
Ooh,
told John to digest that book, the
ooh,
apostle. I don't think you digested it, because it would have became bitter to you and you might
ooh,
not be so judgmental.
ooh.
You might find you might need to ask your pastor a question. Now, let me say this, and this is not a
They're
blow at the
not going to,
Freemasons.
but the thing is, they're not going to. They don't
Right. But
realize
this,
that they don't realize that they sacrifice as much as we do. Yeah, we
they
wring
do
chicken
rituals
necks.
as well.
We wring chicken necks. But the same Easter dinner, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's
Listen,
all in sacrifice.
listen. But here, let me hit it like this. At least we don't throw the animals to the side or waste
Sure
them.
don't.
We eat
Sure
ours.
don't. Sure
Yeah,
don't.
we eat ours. I saw a
Exactly.
video today where a dude would call himself making fun of people that were homeless and making fun of people who don't waste their food. He took one bite out of the wing and threw it away. I'm just curious, since you made that bird sacrifice all that and you threw it away, I'm just curious of something. How many more wrongful rituals you gonna do before you figure out you fucking up your blessings? Cause everything that we do is spirit. But let some of y'all tell it you don't know spirit until you get into a place. And to go back to nephew's question, a living altar start with you first.
That's right.
Every book tell you how to intake the spirit and digest. Like I said, y'all sitting up there at that damn table. And then for y'all that don't like altars and homes, I need y'all to ask Obadiah why David brought that altar to his house and his land was blessed. I mean,
Mm.
the holies of holies, the ark of the covenant. I mean, that altar, the one God was
Woo.
actually sitting on, not his son, not the Holy Ghost, not his angels, but he was
Right.
actually sitting on. And then for y'all that say that, certain spirits don't exist, let's take it back to Genesis. Let us make man in our image and in our likeness. Us is not the angels. They wasn't made
Man,
then.
you about to. Ooh.
Us is not the people. You
Ooh.
were either on earth or being made. Which one were you doing? So them uses with gods. They took out the land of Hova out of the
Yes.
Bible with all these stupid ass translations that y'all
Yes.
ain't got no revelation for. But anyway, do I have a bone to pick? Yeah, I have a pet peeve. Because my thing, if you're going to do magic, no matter what you believe, if you're going to speak those things that be not as though they were, since y'all think y'all don't do magic,
Woo.
if you're going to do it properly. Because no
That's
matter
the.
how you look at it, you
That's the
still
least.
practicing voodoo. And them saints are still embodying. Mm. And your Messiah, he was embodying some things. He was giving offerings, praying next to the tree, told the disciples sit by a tree. So for all y'all that don't follow suit, you should get up from the table. But anyway, get your ass up. Stop
Mm.
eating that food, because it's going to get bitter after a while.
Mm.
Just saying. So before y'all get caught up on words and want to go preach a whole sermon you don't know nothing about,
Mm.
make sure you ask Mr. Yahweh, God, or Jehovah about the food you're eating, that you're consuming.
Wow.
But
If that
anyway,
wasn't a whole word.
and that's me being nice today. Today.
All right, for the
But
ancestors.
and hey, I say ho, I bobo, be lolo, quase bo.
I say, I say, I say.
And because I do follow another path, hell, there's some of y'all, and if you
I
knew
say,
when
I
you
say,
were
I say.
consuming, if you knew the body you took and tasted and see that he was good,
Mm.
you would know what you were consuming.
Mm.
Because when you pray over your food, don't the spirit go into the food?
Yes.
So let's be honest. But y'all will say in a minute that that's not what you're doing. But if his word don't return void and you're made in his image, what do you fuck you think happened to your food? Oops. I'm
Well,
gonna leave y'all alone, bro. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
you're gonna leave them alone.
But I just thought I would ruffle some of this traditions of the mind and do a little skull work of my own. Just a little bit.
Definitely. Definitely.
because I paid attention to how many sermons people like to preach on my timeline. Like, I have to be online to see it. But the truth of the matter is, if you really paid attention to the root of magic, it all goes back to the earth.
That's right.
Even
Yes,
Yahshua
it
took
does.
time out to give
I shame.
thanks
Yes, it does.
for where he was.
Yes.
And if a lot of y'all paid attention, you will find stuff in your bloodline. Let me say this about the little nappy head girl that put that thing up there talking about that her bloodline was sold. Baby, they wouldn't sell your bloodline to pay rent with. Look, let me be honest. Stop calling Yama a demon. Leave Yama A up out your mouth. Thank you. Because
I
if
try
she
to stay
raised
off
her
TikTok.
boys,
Lord.
yeah, because if she raised her boys, your whole destiny and purpose is gone. And I don't even walk the path of Ifa Akume. I'm just now embracing Voodoo. So look here, Linda, leave it alone because you ain't prepared to meet in
Child.
whom you speak. Get your ass up from the table, consuming food you don't know how to digest and you choking.
They be so ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater, honey.
Oh yeah. But because, and then I'm be honest, and I'm sorry, I'm petty, y'all. But Hubby Weaving told that she didn't know what she was doing. The wiglet that she had wiggling on her head told that she didn't know what she was doing.
Child.
You can see people' life fall apart by some of the shit that they come on with.
Yep. Or take on
And
and it ain't theirs. Chuh.
and and then let me say this: stop getting mad at people because you asked them, they asked you, and they told you the truth. Stop it. You don't want to know, don't pay for the reading. You don't want to know, don't ask that question. Shut your mouth, Linda.
Child.
Leave us alone. To say it like my dear, leave us
I
alone.
learned.
Learn,
Yes.
please. Because what happens is when you ask, any book will tell you once you've been brought into that knowledge, there's no going
That's
back.
right.
And you become responsible for what you know.
And it said, if you know the good you ought to do and you don't do what you sin.
Hmm. But see, I'm gonna even hit it here because I was gonna leave him alone, but the Celtic said y'all don't cut us out. So the Celtic and Norse that's in the Bible, for y'all that like to do herbs and you celebrate Christmas, I want you to know that tree is actually in Celt, and Easter is actually a goddess holiday
Hmm.
for you motherfuckers that done put Jesus there and Jesus wondering why the fuck you got him on the same day as Celt.
Child.
I'm with Jesus. I guess we rode in roaches this Sunday. We ain't getting no blunts because y'all don't know how to get an offering.
I'm done. Good night.
You know what?
Give me
That,
your
but
phone. That's
but
it.
but but twin, I'm being nice. I'm being nice.
Give me your
If you
phone.
you should see my timeline sometime. You should see my timeline sometime.
Oh,
And
I'm
it's
sure.
been a minute because I have a diversity on the page, and some of these people, you listen. I don't mean no harm. If you don't research or
But
develop
that's the
your
problem.
relationship,
That's the
yeah.
problem. A lot of people are just getting into spirituality and they're not researching anything.
I
They
mean,
see somebody popular
oh Lord. Uh-oh.
and it's, oh, I'm just gonna follow this and I'm just gonna follow that. Child, go ahead.
But let me say this because I have to be a little petty. Y'all be 30 seconds in. How you know more than the teacher? And where
There
y'all
are
get this
people out
from
here
where you
teaching
have
don't
more
need to teach.
power?
Child, I'm over it. And
And
people be
then
asking me how your class is so cheap, and I'm just like, because you know what? Well, first of all, it ain't about the money for me.
I feel you. I
It's
feel
just
you.
not. That's first of all. Secondly, it's a matter of it's a matter of, you know, there are people out here that are using spirituality as a crutch.
Yes, a very big one.
They're using it as a crutch. And I by no means want to use it as a crutch.
Mm-hmm.
Or use, it's too much going on. Like, it's too much warfare. It's
Right.
too much, it's
It's
just
too
too
much, entirely too
much.
much shit going on. And let me say this, because if you really stuck your head in the dirt sometimes, the dirt will
Yeah.
tell
The
you
dirt will tell you the truth.
that, yeah,
Yes.
it will tell
People
you
are not getting
what
back to the
you're living
elements.
in.
They're not, you know what it is? Because there's so many people out here selling spirituality, and they're not nurturing the people that they are actually trying to put into these places. They're not speaking about the elements. They're not talking about how things collate, and how in your readings or your divination that
Mm-hmm.
the planetary is collating with everything going on. They
Say that
just, oh
again.
yeah, girl, you just got this going on and this going on.
Mm-mm.
They're not speaking about how things are collating in time.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're not speaking about that, people are getting really, really lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People are getting lost, and not only are they lost, but even if they start to feel found, it's like, but you got to go through all of this. No, there's not people enough being honest
Right.
about this walk, and about
Right.
soul searching, you know what I'm saying, with spirituality, and trying to understand.
Exactly.
And it's just a fad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fad, it's a wave, it's a, oh yeah, I'm gonna do Ifa, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna study voodoo, and blah 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 blah. They're not even going to sit old school, you know what I'm saying? They're not even going to the mat
Mm-hmm.
to talk to the elders. They're
Right.
not. Like, it's so it's so unfitting for the time, because everybody wants to belong somewhere.
Mm-hmm. You want to say they're a part of something.
You know what I'm saying? They want to
Mm-hmm.
belong to something and somewhere, and they're not realizing that they don't. Not everything is for you.
Truth. Truth. Because you
Not
have to find
everything
out
is
which is
for
for
you.
you. Right.
But they take it as, you tell them the truth. Child, listen, I done had readings of people. I'm like, you need to be doing this over here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, such and such said, okay.
Right. A sentence has said, I had this spirit with me. I had that spirit with me.
And I'm
That
just
God
like,
is
did
with
you talk
me.
to an elder about that?
Right.
No? Okay.
Ex- Exactly. Right. Because the
They
truth.
have forgotten about the old school way of doing things, and it's just really sad. It saddens me.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's like clothes now. And when
Mm-hmm.
shit gets rough, when shit gets really real, when them spirits
Mm-hmm.
that you think that you're putting out into the air really come for you, nah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that. I'm gonna run back to Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And Jesus looking like, no, the hell you didn't.
And I'm just
Just being
like,
real.
there is no running back, because once
Right.
you know, you know.
Right.
Once
Now
the
you
truth,
got to take
the truth is what the
responsibility
truth
for that.
is.
Right.
The truth is what the
Because
truth is.
it truth. Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect. I've made some mistakes. I just be wanting people not to make them. Cause
Right.
I got a long line of books, but I also have a long line of sitting and listening to an elder.
Right.
I also have a long line of learning that it is okay to ask for help, to get wisdom, and to
Right.
let that person have a heart
But
to help
again,
me.
people want easy, quick. Oh, I want this to
That's
just
not
happen like this and happen like that. It doesn't work that
if
way.
if that was the case, then slavery wouldn't have took 400 years, bruh. Um, I was telling nephew today. I said, here is something that I stopped praying for right now money and start praying for continual flow.
Ashe.
And I said the reason why I stopped praying for right now money because you get it in that situation, but what about the next? And I believe it was Eva that brought it up to nephew about prosperity. You're praying for money, pray for the spirit of prosperity. And I turned around and said, pray also for the spirit of favor. Because when your money ain't no
Yes.
good, favor
Yes.
is
Because
what you want.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And pray in a continual flow because some of us, I said, me, I don't come back to the spirit. Once I ask, I'm not coming back and saying, is you going to do it?
But people don't understand though is that those spirits are just like entities. And I've
Mm-hmm.
spoken about this several times. Just like depression
Mm-hmm.
and strife and envy and
Mm-hmm.
jealousy, those
Mm-hmm.
all come together like a
Mm-hmm.
package. It's the same
Yes.
thing on the reverse of it,
Mm-hmm.
where you speak about prosperity and newness, and you have to put into perspective
Mm-hmm.
when you are doing a road opening work. You're not just or whatever, I'm just using it as an example. You're not
Right.
just using one energy. There
Mm-hmm.
is a follow-up behind it. There is
Mm-hmm.
the before, the middle, the after.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying, I totally get, because there are a lot of people out there that don't realize that even with healing, all types of things, they don't travel by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Those energies don't travel by themselves. There are other parts as well that, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
that come with it. There are other energies that um work with
Mm-hmm.
those energies.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're speaking about finances, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
if we're speaking about finances, yes, it is about having prosperity and giving into those things, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the follow up behind it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Longevity.
Yes.
Because you
Management.
can have it and lose it,
Yeah.
just
Management.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
So would I be giving to the spirits of longevity? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be sitting, because you want your money to stretch long?
Right.
All of those types. So people, I don't think people understand when they're doing one set of work, you're not just speaking to one spirit, but
Exactly.
a actual catalog of
Of spirits.
spirits
Mm-hmm.
that um come into that place,
Mm-hmm.
because there is a before and after.
Exactly.
Same way like we pray or we give to spirit, thank you spirit for everything you've done,
Mm-hmm.
everything you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and everything that you're blessing
Everything
us
you're
with,
gonna
what
do.
is to come.
Mm-hmm.
It's
There it
not
is.
just it's not just a one and done, or yeah, whatever you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, Spirit, I thank you for everything that you've shown us, everything that you're doing in this time, this present time right now, and everything that
Mm-hmm.
you'll bless us with in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people that don't understand that. They think about the right here, right now.
Right. The right now situation.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
my thing of it is, okay, you got that bill
Oh, this
paid,
hair is hot,
but
child.
I feel you.
No,
But
my
this my
my
thing. You
locks
got
are growing so much, and I'm still trying to get used to it. It's hot.
oh, I believe it. I believe it.
It is
Because
hot
when
for
they
real.
grow,
Like,
is it
whew.
heavy though?
No, and I'm free locking. I don't know. Well, I'm free locking, so my hair
Oh,
just
okay.
I just
Okay.
grow how spirit just
Just grow.
yeah.
Okay.
But
I
it
feel
gets
you.
hot. I be having to, tie it up, do stuff with it, all
I
kinds of
feel you.
stuff.
I feel
But
you.
it's growing so much. I put I have a serum that I use that I make, and my hair is growing
Y'all,
like
y'all
crazy.
better catch this. Listen, y'all better catch that Orvia woman.
But seriously, yeah. But I
Y'all
use
better catch it.
it's an oil that I make that I use that just makes my hair grow crazy. But
I believe it.
I totally get what you're saying. And you
But
have to
this
be
my.
aware, you know what I'm saying, where you're eating
Mm-hmm.
from as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Cause these
spirit will
people
let you know
consuming
when to
shit.
do the work too.
Oh yeah. Instead of you doing your work 5 times over
Right.
for the same thing, I think people used to trip out when I would say this. I do what I call yearly work. Like this is 2022. I start my work for 2023. And the reason
Yeah,
why I
because you're
start my
planting
work,
the seeds now to have
right.
in the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I tell people, not for nothing, I have tell people and they're like, oh, I don't understand why this person got this. And I'm like, you don't know what they did in that season in
Mm-hmm.
2015,
Mm-hmm.
2017, and now
Mm-hmm.
they're getting the fruits of their labor. You
Right.
cannot sit here and be envious of people, or even when
And
it
you
comes,
don't
because
know.
even, let me tell you something, the most is about relationships.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, girl, you don't know what that person had to do, or who they had to let go of, or what had to happen for them to
Right.
be in this happy relationship now that they're in,
Right.
that's fruitful and giving to them in the way that they need.
Mm-hmm.
You never
You don't
know.
know the work. Right. You don't know the work and the cost.
Absolutely.
Because the truth be
Absolutely.
told, everything, no disrespect to those that say money is greed, but everything costs. Just like you have to pay your bills every month. In the spirit, it still costs.
Yep.
Like you said, what you have to let go of, what you have to drop off, or as you say, when you have to stop subscribing to that
Other
bullshit and
people's
other people's
bullshit.
bullshit. You
That
literally
is
have
some
to.
real shit.
Because
I will
me
never forget
myself,
that night. I'll never forget that night when Spirit dropped that on me. Stop subscribing to other people's bullshit.
I remember that night because you said it. I said, "Oh Lord, that's a whole book right there." Because we subscribe in so many fucked up ass ways.
Yes.
We
And next
subscribe.
thing you know, you know what I'm saying, envious of of a person going through something. You don't even know what their struggle was or how they even
Mm-hmm.
got there.
Mm-hmm. And y'all, this may sound fucked up, but I do a read before I help people. And I'm gonna tell you why I do a read before I help somebody. Sometimes you have to watch because spirit will have that person in that situation
For a
because
good,
of something
yes.
they trying to work up out of
Yes,
them.
absolutely.
So a lot of times, because I had to learn the hard way, I used to help everybody and be Captain Save a Hole. I had to cut that shit out and off, as my grandmother
Child, you
say.
and me both. Now I'm
And
now I'm ultra selective.
hmm
I listen to that first mind, like, okay. Because our human self is, oh, we just want to help and we just want to do. And next thing you know, you're running yourself into the ground. Trust me. Listen,
hmm
never again.
yeah, because you
I'm
don't
about all
know.
about keeping my peace in 2022, honey. I
That's
am
it.
all about keeping my peace. And if you
Some
have
of
a
the
problem with me keeping my peace, then you got to go.
exactly.
Period.
Because
Because
some
the
of these
things I
people
let slide before are not sliding now.
exactly, exactly.
Uh-uh.
Because I'm gonna be honest. If the spirit is trying to work on your ego and I bail you out, you you do realize I wasn't a blessing then. I was your curse because
Right.
I bailed you out of the work that was being done in you so you could
Right.
retrieve your manifestations.
Right. Exactly.
So consult before you help. I used to always be baffled. I used to hate this little damn scripture because the preacher would say it all the time. The poor will be with you always. It's like, fuck
Child.
you. Until I found out what he meant, the poor in mind,
Yes.
until they are able to hear the spirit. And when we all at one point had a poor ass mind because we didn't always understand. And so then when you come into that understanding, don't don't clutch on it so hard. And another thing, be kinder to yourself.
Absolutely.
Stop sabotaging you out of your damn blessing. Cause you didn't like the way the ribs were served at the table.
Child. I'm sorry. I'm sick of my night meds.
Oh, you good?
Because
Or
I'm
you didn't like the way who brought the dessert to the table, but they cooked their ass off. You was enjoying the food before you found out who made it.
mm-hmm.
Stop, cause you sabotaging your damn self.
That's right.
Man, if you don't sit your ass there and apply
Stop
what spirit give
assuming, because
you,
when you assume,
you make an
you
ass
make an
out
ass
yourself.
out of you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume. Read it for what it
Sit
is. Plain and
right,
simple. Stop
right.
assuming.
Eat and get your blessing.
Yep.
And stop being
Period.
afraid of accountability and responsibility because after accountability, now you got to be responsible for
That's
maintaining
right.
that.
That's right.
Because guess what? You still get your ass whooped by spirit.
Sure.
Just because
You
you
don't want
fessed
that.
up
You don't
that
want that
you
head.
fucked up.
Listen, you do not want your head between the dryer and the fucking wall.
Yeah, that shit get hard and it get hot over there and it hurts
You do
like
not
hell.
want that
It
ass
hurts.
whooping. I
Trust
don't
me.
advise it. I give it 0 stars. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I don't advise it.
And look, I subscribe to doing what he say.
Excuse me.
I subscribe to doing what he said. I just do what I'm told. Cause I done had enough ass whoopings
Yep.
and
And then when
enough.
spirit get really funky, put your shit between the washer and the wall or spin cycle.
Uh-uh. You
I'm
just over
good.
there do
No,
do
thank
do
you.
do do. Mm-mm.
No,
Now I'm
thank you.
good because then you gotta remember this washer going around, so you in another goddamn cycle of life
No, thank you.
because you ain't want to listen. No, I'm good. I'm good. Spirit, you said do what? How? Where? You wanted me to shut down, shut up like this, like that? How you just shut up? Don't even pause. Just sit there.
Shut
Okay.
up, Mar. Shut up.
I had to learn that though. I had to learn that, like you said about having control. I had to learn that. I
Yeah,
don't run shit. I don't even run the breath in my body.
not even.
Why y'all think we called him in the first place? Cause we don't know what we doing. We call him. So please stop trying to dictate to the spirit, because some of y'all think that you're so powerful that the spirit is going to do what you say because you're you. Lies, honey, lies. The spirit do what the fuck they want to do and you do what they say because they're providing for you. You're not providing like you think for them. You really not.
Before
See,
I go,
yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna do a group collective message for those who are here.
Yes, ma'am.
I already had a card flip out. Ooh.
I've already girded myself and ready.
Come on, spirit. What's the message for us? Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, while you're shepherding, let me say this real quick. This live is public, so anybody that wants to see it, it will remain. I don't delete.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you were doubtful, if you were doubtful of yourself, Spirit says the first card here, our mothers speak of manifestation. Now is the time for you to put out into the atmosphere exactly what it is that you want. Stop being feeble-minded. Stop being feeble-minded and actually ask for what it is that you want. Manifest the things that your spirit is guiding you to. A lot of us are afraid to speak out these things because it becomes a space of that's too much.
Hmm.
It's not too much for spirit.
Exactly.
Stop being doubtful, Thomas. It speaks of grounding. It speaks of grounding. Ground yourself. It is time to get back to the earth. It is time to get back to those elements. If the things that you have been praying for have been loose and have been seeming like it's kind of sort of hitting, but it ain't hitting right, or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna tell you something. The only person that's stopping your flow is you.
Hmm.
Spirit says it's you. It's time for you to get grounding. It is time for you to put yourself in the parameter of using your elements to get what it is that you're trying to go for and what it is that you're working toward. The next card speaks of a sacred lust. Not in lust in the way that you're thinking, but it is some things that are happening in your circle right now that you're lusting for, or things that you've seen that you're lusting for. Lust does not always mean a sexual thing, but it can be money, it could be uprising, it could be putting yourself in the parameter to say, I want those things. You're lusting for it.
Hmm.
So with that being said, think about again the grounding measure and
Hmm.
watch your manifestations. This makes absolute sense going into like speaking about this reading. And it says speak up. It talks about you
Hmm.
speaking up. A lot of us don't believe that we have the power in our mouths to speak out those manifestations. Why not?
Hmm.
Even in the Bible, it says that your tongue is a double-edged sword.
Hmm.
Speak out the things that you want in your life. Speak out the things that you want in your manifestations. Speak all of it out. go to the air, go to the wind, go to the ground, go to the water, speak in that fire. It makes
Mm-hmm.
absolute sense that the deities are saying here that we need to go back to the root of it. Just like we talked
Mm-hmm.
about earlier, going back to the root of it. Because if you're not using the elements, then what are you using?
Mm-hmm.
What are you
Mm-hmm.
using? And the card that flipped out was spoke of surrender. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It will make your life so much easier
Please say that.
if you spoke to the spirits and said, you know what? I give it all to you.
Mm-hmm.
You guide my path. But
Mm-hmm.
because we have that ego and we have that control factor, it blocks us up.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of your own way.
Exactly.
Get out of your own Get out of your own way and watch the magic happen. Get
Mm-hmm.
out of your own way and watch the motherfucking magic happen in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Let it.
Period.
Mm-hmm. There it
Get out
is.
of your own way. Get out your ego. Get out your motherfucking feelings. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
time for that. Spirit has a mission for you. Spirit
Mm-hmm.
has a mission for you. Get out of your own way. Speak of the things that you want, the things that you need, but get out of your own way. Get out of your own way.
Mm-hmm.
Because Spirit has a mission for you bigger than you even know.
Mm-hmm.
And the last card that I'm going to flip today speaks about joy. You've been looking for it. You've been searching for it. You done turned over every stone. Forgetting
Mm-hmm.
that you are a living organism.
Exactly.
You are a living organism connected to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with you. You want to change? Wake up and think about all the positives that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You think about all the positives in your life. Damn, I got a roof over my head. I got running hot water.
Say that.
I could wash my face. I could brush my teeth. Ain't much, but I got a little bit of something in the fridge. If you start positively looking
Mm-hmm.
at things and be grateful for those things there, watch how spirit turns that shit up for you. I
Say that.
guarantee it. I guarantee it. Find your joy. Even in your pain, find
Mm-hmm.
your joy. Because
Mm-hmm.
the pain will not last always. And what are
Please
you
say
going to
that.
fill that space with?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to fill that space with? Because after a while, let me tell you something about those demons that people speak about. Bringing all those strife and all the envy and all that other stuff. After a while, they want to go. It's
Mm-hmm.
us that hold on to that shit.
Say that.
It's us holding on to those things.
Mm-hmm.
They be ready to go. Let me loose. Shit.
Like I done my job. Damn.
We hold on to them.
Mm-hmm.
It is us in our pride and in our ego. Well, I just don't deserve nothing better. I just this and I just that because mama told me that I wouldn't come to nothing and I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do this and this is that and the third and you know, listen, let me tell you something. Spirit said, you are an extension of us. You are the exuberance.
Mm-hmm.
We have to understand that the pain comes for a lesson and a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But it does not last always.
Mm-hmm.
We hold on to that spirit.
Truth.
Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Let the joy come in. If you feel that you are stuck, I'm going to tell you, because there's a lesson to be learned in that place. You learn your lesson, you speak positive over yourself, and you take those clothes off. One of the main things that we did in meditation this week, we talked about taking those things off. Take them off. Like clothes, take them off.
Mm-hmm.
Be bare. Be naked. Take them off. So you can allow that joy to come in. But the only way that you are going to get into that positive space, I got music playing. Because you know me, I got to have background music.
Oh, I know.
The only way that you are going to get into this positive space is if you allow it to happen. Just like you allow that depression and you allow those things, you allow joy, you allow peace.
Mm-hmm.
People be searching for peace, searching. Allow it to happen. Allow it to flow through you.
Mm-hmm.
Speak about that joy. I meant what the fuck I said. It's gonna be peace. Peace of mind all 2022. I ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
You come with your foolishness, I'm not even gonna pay attention to it. Because if it's anything that's gonna stop me or rob me of my peace, you got to go.
Exactly.
You make those boundaries in that peace as well, and in that joy as well. But you have to speak these things over yourself. You can't wait for people like me or Twin or whomever. I don't care if it's Mega, Omega, Jesus. I don't care who it is.
You better start talking to
It
yourself.
starts with you.
Right. You your star player.
It starts with you. Because honestly, and even if you wanted to take it there to the Bible, do you think Jesus would have even been able to do all of that he was doing or all that he did if he was dependent on waiting on somebody to tell him?
If he was waiting on them damn disciples, he wouldn't have did shit.
You understand? Them niggas was asleep.
Mm.
Them niggas was asleep.
Sleep. Fighting over who was the greatest.
They was asleep.
Dude.
Every case of this thing. Weren't you hanging out with him? No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with yourself. You gotta be here with yours. It starts with you gaining that in your spirit and wanting that in your spirit. You trust me, because if chaos and confusion is what fuels you, guess what's gonna happen?
Chaos and confusion.
That's what's gonna happen in your life. It's what you fuel. It is what you put into your atmosphere. If you wake up with the spirit of joy, yep, I'm gonna be joyous today, and I don't care what happens, I'm gonna continue to be joyous. See how things hit different.
Yeah.
I don't care what, you know what? Because life gonna life. Life be lifing, okay? Niggas be niggering. People be doing, people be peopling. So you just have to be like, okay, you know what? Yep. And you know, walking into a situation when people are peopling, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna even pay attention to that shit. I got to go. Ask for that joy. Ask for that peace. And watch how your life becomes simplified.
Mm-hmm.
Simplified.
Truth.
Simplified. But that's the message that I wanted to give to everybody. Stop playing. These manifestations is in your motherfucking back pocket. And the only reason why you're not getting them right now is because you either, one, too egotistical, get out your motherfucking ego. When
Mm-hmm.
you do the work, you leave it with spirit and you leave it where the fuck it needs to be left at.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to control the situation. Leave it where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to manipulate. Stop trying to manipulate spirit. Your spirit guy's like, oh, we got this.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they'll do is they'll be like, oh, you think you got it? Okay, let me give it back to you.
Right. You gonna handle it then.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously know what you're doing. So let me give it back to you. Y'all stop playing in spirit face. Period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stop. Stop. All this woe is me bullshit. They don't want to hear that. They like, we done brought your bloodline through what?
Hell and back.
We done brought your bloodline through all of that for you to be sitting here. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Stop. Come on now. Stop. Come on. Stop.
Yes.
Come on. Stop.
Man,
We done brought you through all of that middle passage and all. No.
Mm-hmm.
We done brought you through all of that for what? For you to be sitting here? Nah, you more powerful than that. Stop playing.
Right. Get up.
Stop playing. Stop
Right.
playing. Stop playing in
Right.
spirit face. That's all I can. That's all I can say. That's the message, and that's just what it is. If you took half of the worry, I never forget the spirit dropped this on me it was like an Easter. I think it was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
If we put as much thought into the worry that we have, if we put as much energy there as we would in our manifestations and the goodness and the things that we're supposed to do, imagine how far we would be.
Oh Lord.
Imagine how far we would be. Take an inch of that worry and put it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in a positive place. Because people were, oh my God, and how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do that. This is that spirit said, I got you. Did you forget? Did you forget how anointed you were?
Exactly.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. We gotta do better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Manifesting this season so your seasons forward will be fruitful. But
Yes.
understand something. You may cry. That's water for your plants. You may have to go through some things, but put it in the ground at least. Most of us are scared to even put it in the ground for it to grow and flourish.
Right.
Most of us are afraid to.
Right.
You've been in chaos so long, you don't even know how to operate in joy.
You speak on it.
You've been in chaos so long, you don't even know how to operate in joy. Look at yourself.
Right.
Look at yourself.
Right. Because you got to break your partnership with grief.
Something got to give.
Yeah. Break your partnership to some of that stuff.
I'm telling you, because them demons, they ready to go.
Oh, they always on game.
They be ready to go. Okay, I done ate enough here.
Right. Like,
You done gave me enough.
Look, bro, done my job. I done my job. Let me go.
And we just holding on to the chaos. We just holding on. Oh, it's too quiet. And people kill me.
Shit.
It's too quiet. The devil is busy.
The fuck? I thought that's what we was going for. Quiet. But you're right. Some people can't handle the peace.
Can't. Be careful.
But
Careful.
but I'm gonna tell you something. I can get acquainted with peace. I can hang with that.
I love
I'm
it.
good.
I love it.
Good. I can
I
enjoy
love
it.
it. I'd be like, damn, me and Babe would be in the bed. We'll be in the bed. We done watch something. Damn, we boring as shit. But you know what? I love it.
Shoot, I love that. When you can lay there and just chill.
I was downstairs tearing up everything, looking for some damn popcorn.
Babe,
And it was right here.
You didn't come in here first.
Why was I coming in here first to want my food?
I was saying get the popcorn. Anyway.
I'm not going back downstairs.
Hey, bro.
Babe. Please.
Don't y'all just let it in.
But invest in the microwave over here because this is getting ridiculous. Babe.
Babe.
Lost my breath coming up here.
I'll give you a phone.
I don't want the guy. Oh!
I really want popcorn, but I want hot cheese popcorn. I just want the popcorn there. Please. I love you so much.
What am I getting in return?
But you won't.
Now, do y'all know why I love that relationship now?
Fine.
Y'all
Well,
get
come
it
get
yet?
the popcorn. See, you ain't even doing it.
Touch your face.
I want two of them.
Okay, I want two each.
No, babe, that ain't right. That ain't,
So you want one bag?
babe, for real.
And believe it or not, he's still gonna do it.
This nigga get on my nerve, y'all. Oh, he get on my nerves. But
Y'all still, and before she takes off, hey, intuitive enchantments on Facebook.
yes,
Hit her up, please.
yes,
telling
yes,
you,
yes,
you
yes,
want the truth?
yes.
Baby, she got it. If you need something made, baby, she got it. Cause if you're looking for me, I'm not the artist. Look, I might be twin, but I ain't the artist. I can't draw a straight line. I found out the other day I can't sew. So
You so stupid.
Yeah.
You so stupid.
look, listen. Went to the job. They had a sewing machine, right? I'm sitting there. I told the lady, I said, ma'am, I can't even draw a straight line. You want me to do what with the thing in a straight
I
line?
can't.
I said, now if you'd have had the thimble like my grandma did, then I've been able to do that.
Right.
But your ass got a sewing machine that act like it's on speed and crack. I told her I had
need
to
a
actually
sewing
clock out.
machine. I wish I had one. I'll be making all types of dresses and skirts, and
See,
that's one of the things I
see,
need to invest in.
see, this why y'all need to see my
Because
twin.
my
See,
granny
twin
taught
is
me
the
how to
artist.
sew. I mean, she was a seamstress. She was a midwife. All types of stuff. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Like my granny, she was the business. She was the business.
See why I said to give with her. You need a hat. You need some stuff.
I'm
She over
trying to
there.
see if they still got her. I'm gonna ask. I'm trying to see if they got her old school singer, cause she had a push pedal. The old.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one they had me on.
Yes, the one that flipped out of the table.
Yeah.
She had the old singer, and let me tell you something. That shit was pristine. I hope that it's still in Jamaica. I want it. What?
See her.
Those are the best machines ever. Oh,
Yeah, those.
the
Now
old
for
school ones are
those
the
that
best
sew,
ones. because now the other ones
My godmom has the
they
old
break
school.
down a lot.
Now, my godmom has the old school. Y'all would have thought that I at least would have got an investment on that gift. But Jesus did not, the
Oh my
spirits did
gosh.
not, Papa Bones didn't even see fit to give me that one. Okay.
That's a
So
great machine to
the
have.
artist that makes things, it's Ruthie, y'all. It's Ruthie. See Ruthie. See Ruthie.
Yeah, I make
Intuitive
all
enchantments.
types of stuff.
Now,
I make all types of stuff. Oils and soaps and um hats.
see, see,
Let me
chicken
see.
foots.
This is one of the hats that I'm working on right now, actually.
Damn, that's beautiful. Wait
Yep,
till I
and it
get my
glows in
money
the
right.
dark.
I say, boy,
Yep, and it
wait
has
till
a
I get
train in
my
the back.
money
Doesn't have a
right.
train in the back. But yeah,
Wait till I get my money right. I ain't
yep.
gonna be playing with you. I got a list of shit I want.
Well, you let me know, cause like I said, these
Nah, I
hats
gotta get my
are
money right
custom
first.
made. The hats are custom, and I'm putting a train on this one for my clients. And yeah.
And I'll say this for spiritual work, you can hit us both. For reading, you can hit
Oh
us
yeah.
both.
Oh yeah,
But
for
now when you
sure.
get to the
Yes, sir.
artist, ma'am, sir, find Ruthie. Find Ruthie. Don't
For
find
sure.
me for a straight line. Don't find me.
For
I
sure. Because I
listen.
have
If you
all
need a
types of
song, I
stuff.
got you.
Oh
You need
yeah. This
poetry,
is
I
a new
got you.
addition. I'm doing
See,
skulls now.
you are. I know you was making them. God
Yep.
damn.
Yep. I'm making the resin skulls now.
Y'all forgive me, but she finna make me a $2 hoe. I'm crazy about the damn skulls. Yeah, everything. Oh, he talking shit at the bottom down there. He said
Right?
apparently if you want popcorn, you gotta ask me.
Thank you, babe. I'm gonna go. Me and babe probably gonna watch a movie. But this has
All right.
been so much fun. I love you guys so much.
I
And
love you, and you can come back anytime. I don't care if I'm on live.
for
You can interrupt.
sure. You know, I whenever I catch it, because I don't do Facebook too much.
I know.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh,
say this.
y'all catch on TikTok.
Yes, I'm gonna say this. Spirit has asked me to cut down on my um um social media time. So I'm
Oh,
only
okay.
allowed a certain amount of social media time.
Hmm.
So I just, listen to Spirit. So you'll see me here and there, But yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
thank you,
That's one
twin.
of my things I have to do because they're like, no, you have such amount of
Yeah,
hours. Okay, chill out.
yeah. But twin, I'm gonna say this. Thank you, and
You are
as
so
always,
welcome, my love.
it is an honor
You are
to be on the
so,
live with
so,
you.
so, so welcome. And like I said, you guys follow me, find me, not a problem.
Hmm.
You want a reading, just know that
And
I don't cut no corners, and I don't, what I'm saying.
she she ain't
I may
sugarcoat
not tell you
shit.
the shit you want to hear. Just saying.
Yeah,
I'm I'm gonna
she don't
challenge you
sugarcoat
to do
shit.
better and whatever else have you, but it's all for your greater good.
Hmm. Hmm. It'll bless you.
Absolutely.
Even if you have to swallow it like a pill, it'll bless you. You'll be
Absolutely.
alright. You'll be alright.
Absolutely. But I love
But
you
I love you.
guys. Um, Babe has already given me the indication it's time for bed. I'm getting sleepy anyway. But
Okay.
I love you guys, and you guys have a great night.
You too. Many blessings.
Many blessings to everybody. Many blessings to everybody. Y'all have a great evening.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Peace.